Alright guys, so I got my butt by a Ford Ranger today, and it sucked. So I'm straight driving. I got this and it gets towed in, and apparently someone diagnosed it 3 or 4 months ago and said it needed a PCM for no crank. It's towed to us, and it's got some new PCM from an online retailer installed. Oh, lost you guys for a second. So it's some remand or something PCM. It's not programmed, so we got to program this thing. So I program the PCM, go into PATS, do the 10-minute wait, do the key code erase. It's the Type E PATS system. Start to try to program the keys, do the 10-minute wait, and immediately gives me an error. Can't connect to the module, to the transmitter module. I try 3 more times. So this is a 10-minute wait each time. And I'm using IDS, version 111.1. Just came out like last Thursday, or Wednesday technically. Cool. Ambulance. So, anyways, same problem with the IDS. 3 times in a row. I try an aftermarket tool just in case it's something funky with the VCM or whatever. So I go, all right, I need to get some more time. Okay with the customer to figure out why the keys won't program. Customer okays it. The transmitter's bad. The PATS module, the actual antenna that goes around the lock cylinder. It's supposed to be a fused power, a ground, and then when the PCM gets cycled on the white and green wire, there is a 12-volt PCM. Ground pulses that 12-volt wire to pulse with it. It's a pull-down circuit to tell the transmit to transmit the key information back. So on the gray and green wire, the PCM provides 12 volts, and the transmitter is supposed to pull that down to ground to signal back what the key code is. So it's stuck at 12 volts on the signal back. Hey Mario. It's stuck at 12 volts on the signal back. So the transmitter's bad. It's got good power, good ground. It's receiving the command from the PCM, and it's sending nothing back. So it's dead. All right, we need a transmitter. It's highly probable that that was the only issue to start with this thing, was the transmitter, and not the PCM. So, maneuvering here, sorry. So we get the transmitter installed to the tune of like, it's like $400 or something. I don't know. I don't see the prices of stuff. I just know it's expensive. Get this thing put in, go to program the keys, PATS function goes through, I'm able to log right in, 10-minute wait, key code erase again, it goes through. Program the first key. So the deal is I've got 1 key, right? Customer drops off at the car with 1 key. I tell them up front, we need 2 keys. They said, well, the PCM got sent with 2 keys, and I had them cut, I'll bring them later. Then I guess I don't know, get it fixed basically is where we're at. I got 1 key, got a way around it. Most of you guys know that you can do that. You can cover the 1 key with aluminum foil, hold another key, any Ford 80-bit key next to it. Hey, what? Hold any Ford 80-bit key next to it, cycle the key on. Aluminum foil blocks the transponder signal from the transponder signal from inside the key that's in the lock cylinder, and then the other key that's either A, not cut to the vehicle, or B, not cut at all. It picks up its transponder signal and programs that so that you've got your 2 minimum keys. The downside is that obviously the only key that's programmed to the car now is the 1, right? So anyways, I'm doing this process regardless. You guys get the pitfalls. I do this process. I start with, but on this one, the key they sent was like a GTL or something, so I could pull the transponder actually out of the key. I pull the transponder out, put the key that's cut in there with no transponder, hold one of my blanks next to it. I cycle it on, says successful, program the key. Cool. Put the transponder back into one, cycle it off, cycle it back on, failed. No, sorry, said successful. I take that back. Said successful because I'm just doing program additional key because I already had the key code erase function brick out on me every time. So I'm doing program additional key. It says successful. Go to start the car, nothing. Check codes, I get the B16 whatever code that says don't have enough codes, don't have enough keys programmed. All right, so I fight with this thing back and forth. I try programming their key first, then my key, then their key, and I get different codes. I get like a B1601 and a B1600 and a B1602, and I keep getting these no transponder, incorrect, invalid transponder key codes. Like, all right, I think I got a bad key. So I take their transponder out, go grab like 4 blanks from my truck. I program these 4 blanks to it, starts and runs. Driving in live tuning is dangerous. Correct. I'm stopped right now, that's why I'm looking. Anyways, frickin' Ranger starts right up with 4 of my keys, 3 of my keys, whatever. I just programmed them, I just kept programming them. So the moral of the story is don't buy cheap online PCMs that come with cheap keys. And if you do, make sure you charge the customer accordingly. Because this thing just needed a patch transmitter. And it probably would have been fine. Sorry, in Oklahoma we're a right on red state, so I'm checking for cars. So I can turn right on red. But this is a busy intersection. Anyways, I figured I'd express my frustration for the day. Super ticked me off. It was no fun. Got my butt kicked by an 01 Ford Ranger. So, you know, we learned from that. So anyways, the bad part was the easy diag would have been to assume that the transmitter was bad since it's so common on these things. And then I have a little transmitter tester, should say, and it's just a coil of wire with an LED wired at the end. If you lay that around the lock cylinder, when you cycle the key on, if the transmitter boosts out that wave, that inductive wave to charge up the transponder, then the LED light will blink. And if I would have tried that first, I would have saw that the transmitter did not function. Yeah, heading home now so I can relax. So, if I would have tried that first, I would have known the transmitter wasn't transmitting, and I probably could have just at that point said, hey, we need to program this PCM, or you need to give me the old PCM, which I guess is gone. I didn't ask. This car was supposed to be just fixed quickly, and that was an absolute disaster. So, you know, we're a whole day into this thing. So literally, it's still waiting to be done, because I'm waiting on the customer to bring me all their other keys so they can have more than just what they've got now. Because currently, the only key that starts the car is not cut to it. So they had a couple options. Bring me the other keys for me to program, or let me cut you all these keys that I have programmed to your car, or however many you would like. Well, it's cheaper for them just to bring me the keys they've got and to program them to it real quick. So that's kind of where we're at. Anyways, I thought I'd rant and rave a little bit today. Yep, minimum 2 keys. Most Mazda and Fords. It's frustrating. The good news is that with Fords and Mazdas, most of them use the same Philips Philips brand transponder with a similar frequency. I think the transmitter's running like 135 hertz, something like that. I don't think I made that up. I think that came from somewhere. Anyways, so you can pretty much use almost any Mazda, any Ford key for the last, like, I don't know, 15 years. They're all using like an 80-bit transponder. Some of the newer stuff's not. I think some of the Tibby keys, the TI-BBE style, look like a barrel, look like a rod with like pinched metal coming off of it. I don't think those are 80-bit. And then some of the older stuff that was 40-bit keys, like some of the Lincolns, you can use an 80-bit on those too. So, anyways, if you're gonna get your butt kicked by no one Ford Ranger, then have fun. I did it today. It was not fun. I hope you enjoy your next one. We did say that the next time someone brings a PCM that they've tried to install that came from somewhere else, they're just going to have to, like, okay a couple hours of diag up front, just based on the fact that we know once we get it programmed that there's probably some other issue that originally caused it. Because, I mean, really, how many times are you guys installing modules and that was actually the problem? I mean, literally half of my service calls for mobile stuff for programming, I programmed the module and that wasn't even the problem. I mean, you would think by now these guys would realize it's just easier to call me and have me come out and diagnose it. I mean, that's cheaper than a programming event. For me to diagnose the car is much cheaper. But I don't know, I mean, half of them are right. Half the time I go out there, I flash the module and that's all they really needed. I mean, I don't know, it's just hit or miss with me. I find it interesting that by the time I get called, they're, you know, 7 hours into the car and $1,400 in parts. I mean, I don't want to know the answer, but who's paying for all of that stuff? I think we all kind of know the answer. It's probably not the shop. So, anyways, it was fun chatting with you guys. Thought I'd blow off some steam and rant a little bit. It is, when I get home and I'm not driving, I believe it will be time for an adult beverage. So, anyways, guys, have fun. We'll see you next time. And there'll be a video first thing tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. It's already scheduled to come out. It's a programming video. With a small twist. I mean, I didn't really get into a whole lot of the information. I was kind of stuck where I was, so. But tomorrow, first thing, there'll be a video. Check it out. It's fun. Interesting one. Not one I've done before. It's a Ford, but, you know. We'll see you guys later. I don't even know how to turn this off. Oh, yeah. There's the subscribe button, the like button, all those buttons. Press all the buttons except for the dislike. If you press the dislike one, you got to tell me why. And then if you guys ever want some tech support help or to join the community a little more, maybe get some swag or interact a little more with me, I've got a Patreon. You guys know about that video from a couple days ago. I don't want to feel like I'm pushing it real hard, but it'll help support the channel so I can make more videos and hopefully give away more tools. And then there's a tool giveaway coming up. I think at the end of the week the video will post. I don't know. All of you guys that are already patrons, I got Josh Wilkerson, Steve Scott, Bo. Man, I'm going to forget somebody else's name, and I'm sorry. And I love you, and I'll make it up to you for forgetting your name. There's quite a few of you guys. So all you guys that are already patrons get to see that information first. You can already see those videos, actually. Even the one that comes out in like a week. So, anyways, I appreciate all you guys, even the ones that are. So, I love all you guys. I'm still going to keep making videos for all you, and because I'm doing the Patreon videos more often, I am taking those, like I did a live stream on. Oh, I lost internet connection. Anyways, you guys will get some of that stuff too. I'm getting on the highway, probably going to lose a whole lot of connection, so I really got to go now. All right, bye.